we do a control N, and let's have a vref 1.41. I don't know if it likes the point names. They scare me. So I'm going to put 1 underscore, too many problems, 1 underscore 4B. Okay. That's a voltage reference. We're all in the same library here. I'm going to drag my symbol over, show it, Control copy, Control V, drop it over here. Now I'm going to come down. Now I can put my ground in, but if I use ground symbols, I know when I do my LVS, I get what? It's going to say ground implied. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the off page and put one there, there, and there, and hit fit. And then let's throw a resistor in. And you know what? Let's have a real circuit and throw my resistor in. Oops. And show that. And again, I'm doing this so that I can see the icon working. No, it's going to be an error. It's a mistake. I did it on purpose. Because I want to. Yeah, it bothers me to see that blank spot, man. It's going against my personality of order. Okay, so anyway, let's do Control E and call this vref 1 underscore 4. And why is that a reference voltage? Yeah, because it'll be 1.4 volts. So you designed your first reference there. Control E, GND. Let's do an LVS, and I should get at least 1, probably 2. I'll get this error, and then I'll get 1 over here because 1 over here or somewhere, or maybe I won't, I don't remember. Thought I might. Let's see. 5 errors, so let's see. Step through. Okay, that delete. That delete. I must have, that one's not connected. That's the error I thought. So let's see. So when I did the wire, I must have clicked in the middle and put the pin there, and it says don't need the pin, so let's do it now. Alright, no error. So what's the last thing, the whole point of this? I want to create the icon. And there it is, and I can move those around going down in. Just to make sure that it works, I'm going to use it. So let's see. Question? Yeah. Which pin? Here? Okay, so when you do your export, if you select input or output or power or ground, it will change the position on the box for you. Okay, but I didn't select those, so I'm going to go in and move them myself. And you can't rotate them because they're square. The wire you can move around, but if you try to rotate these, it doesn't make sense, if that makes sense. Okay, so I can move this around, I can pull it up, but I can't rotate this if I do a Control J because it's rotating a square. Okay, so let's move this one, press X up here. Whoops, Control Z, and I got to make sure I get the pin. Once it's selected like this, I can do a Control J and rotate it. You can't select the port. You can't select, you can only select the wire. Because remember, as I just said, it's a square. So if I try rotating a square, it doesn't make any sense. This thing. And let's control I that. And you know, again, I like having things look nice. Let's do it. Put this in our temp schematic. And that is right here. Let's delete all this. Temp, or whoops, icon, pull it down. Then I'm going to make a wire here. Whoops, I got it backwards. Did I? Control Z. Let me push down on. Alright. I have my brain turned off there. I got to get the port highlighted there. Control J. See, does that make sense? Yeah, what am I doing? I'm just trying to show. I want the output on the right. Alright, good enough. Okay, so the key point here, I need to put the wires down. And then I need to label the wires. And see, if I was doing this icon, when you connect the wire up, the name goes away. So I put in what kind of text there? Annotation text, ground. So I'm going to call that VDD. GND. VREF. Then I'm going to come in and put my spice code. I want to make sure this simulates. So put my spice code there. Make it a little bigger so I can see it. It's multi-line, and I'm going to say that I've got VDD, from VDD to ground, DC 5, V ground, GND 0, DC 0, dot model, what did I call that? Diode. And then D, and then we'll just leave everything default. And then what's the last thing we need? An analysis. So let's just do a dot tran of 10 nanoseconds to 1 microsecond. Let's see if it works. Any questions? So let's save this so we can post it later. Yeah, later on. That doesn't likely do anything. I just am used to doing that because now if I want to see what the current flowing in ground is, I can. And it just ensures that that's a short to ground through that voltage source. So let's press S. Put it on the desktop. So far, so good. Let's go take a look at the net list. Alright, looking good. This stuff confuses me, so I'm going to get rid of everything except for that top line. I'm going to look at my sub-circuit, and that confuses me. I'm going to get rid of it. That green confuses me. Okay, so all I've got on my sub-circuit for the 10K is a resistor from L to R of 10K. Then here I've got my spice code, which is I've got a sub-circuit for my diode, which is from A to K, D1 AK diode. Then I've got my cell VREF 1.4, and I'm not going to look at that. I'm just going to sim and see if it works. This is my sub-circuit. I see I have 3 components there. And I have my my main circuit, which is one line, which is just my X, which indicates a sub-circuit. And then the VREF, VDD, ground. They're nodes. It's like a subroutine. Okay? We ready to run? Are we ready to display? Let's make sure we got the right stuff first. So when we put VDD, we should see 5. Let's go ahead and go to control panel. And waveforms, plot data with thick lines. Let's plot V ground by pressing, or it doesn't have that on here. Let's plot V ref. Oh, not very much current flowing in my diode. It's 1.26 roughly, not 1.4, but I only have a 10K resistor. So, I can go back and say, well, what happens if I don't want to go to electric? I just want to modify it and see what happens. What if I put a 1K in there and I run? Ah, that's more like it. My VREF is closer to 1.4 volts. Any questions? Oh, it's this thing because I noticed on the video it shows up. All right. What? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Are we good to go? Am I doing too much? Yeah. All right. So let's go talk about the other